Are you guys ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to A Sound Voice Live. A Sound Voice Live. Now join me as we welcome your hosts, the sweethearts of the industry.
We are back, and thank you so much for joining us here on the Sound Voice Live. And we are so excited. Joining us now is a young man from Hendersonville, Tennessee. He's awesome. He's got a testimony.
Yes,
and he's got a ministry out of this world. We're going to ask everyone, if you would please, welcome Pastor Wess Morgan.
Thank you so much.
Amen. Pastor Wess, thank you.
Pastor
Finally,
Wess.
we meet.
Oh, it's so wonderful
And
to be
it's
here.
a pleasure to meet you. We thank God for you. We thank God for your ministry.
Amen.
And my God, He has done some awesome things for
He
you.
has done some wonderful things.
He's brought you from a mighty long way. And we're going to let you tell the people
Okay.
all about that. Pastor Wess, and then we have Pastor Wess, the singer.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Pastor Wess, the ex.
X.
Everything in your past.
Right.
And we want you to share with everybody a little bit about Pastor Wess Morgan, who, by the way, your album is entitled
Look at me now. Look at me now.
And they can look at you now.
And they can look at me now. Yes, ma'am.
Tell us a little bit.
Look at me now, really, as God began to pull my life back together and just began to bring restoration to my life, to my marriage, to my ministry, all of the above. God directed me to write these songs on this project, and they're based on the pain, the struggle, the heartaches, the disappointments of trying so hard to rid myself of a life of addiction. I was addicted to cocaine for 15 years and lost so much, lost a house, separated from my wife and children for 3 years, in and out of prison, in and out of jails and juvenile detentions, halfway houses, rehabilitation centers, and the list is endless. And so when God began to pull my life back together, He directed me to write these songs. One of the songs, the title cut, which is "Look at Me Now," is raised the eyebrow of many people. And so I tell everybody, I said, that song was written to all my critics. Because I grew up in the church. I grew up, my father's a pastor and still is a pastor, and I'm honored to flank his side at this point in time, current time in my life. And you know, growing up in the church and in a pastor's home, you can acquire a lot of critics as a drug addict. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Exactly.
But there was a lot of people, you know, even leaders, you know, religious people in the church that said that I would never make it, that I would never turn around. Tried to get my wife to leave me, and even though we were already separated, they wanted her to just sever that relationship. Tried to get my parents, told my parents, you know, he's hurting your ministry, he's hurting your church, your future. You just need to cut him off. And, you know, they assessed my future by way of my present circumstance.
Talk about it.
And they said that I would always be a drug addict. You know, people are something.
They are. They are.
They look at what you drive right now.
All right.
They look at what you're wearing right now. They look at the job that you have, your financial status, and all of those statuses and things. And they sum up your future. And they think because you're just doing what you're doing right now that you're going to always be doing that. And so as I began to write these songs to this project, God directed me to write a song to all my critics. So all the people who said that I would never make it.
Yes.
Church folk who said I'd never make it.
You better preach, Pastor.
Yeah, I just feel something right there because there's probably somebody listening right now.
That's
I feel like there's somebody listening right now, maybe even some people in this room, and because you made some mistakes. And you know what? You consciously made some mistakes.
That's right.
And a lot of people are standing by saying you're going to always be what you are right now, but I'm a living witness. I'm not telling you something I read in a book.
Right, right.
I'm not telling you something that somebody told me. I'm talking about something that I live right now. God made a miracle out of a mess.
Come on.
And so, you know, that's what this whole project is about. Look at me now. You know, for all the people who said I would never make it, look at here. Because, you know, God, he specializes in miracles. We
Yes, he
say that
does.
and it's become cliche-ish, but I mean, it's materialized right here in my life.
Right.
And many of you, we all have got a story.
right.
Yes.
That's
All
right.
of us have got a story. But that's what the project's about. Just it's a project that has got hope intertwined in it, deliverance intertwined in it. You know, when you hear the songs, "You Gave Me Hope," "Look at Me Now," you know, "He Stepped In." When you hear those songs, you feel the pain. You feel the loneliness and the depression that was behind all of the addiction and the lifestyle. That was in the lifestyle I was